Hello guys, and welcome back on my channel. This video I want to talk about WARTHOG and is it worth it switching to WARTHOG, and how do you set up your mining rig for WARTHOG. Now, really interesting thing to mine Wart coin, which you really need to have a rig set up, just like salad rig, okay? You need to have the processor with the multiple threads, hopefully bare threads, probably more threads bare, and like similar to salad rigs, right? So what I currently have is 10 rigs on the salad, and a really question for me, like, should I switch any of these rigs and start doing WARTHOG on them? Okay, so that's the point of this video. So I'm gonna test some of my rigs and see how am I performing over on the WARTHOG versus the doing salad, and I'm gonna explain why is one different from the other and what's the difference there, right? So now let's go first and check on the WARTHOG. So the WARTHOG price is really pumping there, right, recently. And I went and checked some videos. Brandon Coin have a bunch of them, and Per Market Miner actually posted 3 weeks ago this build on this machine that making one, I want to say gigahash on this WARTHOG, right? 1 gigahash he was able to achieve on 3090 and Ryzen on this combination. So let's take a look real quick and what's that rig is gonna cost, right? So I put the prices roughly from the Amazon, right? So you go to Amazon and all right, so we're gonna go to like, all right, so we're gonna get some RAM, basic RAM. You can get probably something cheaper, smaller, DDR5 for this motherboard. The Gigabyte 650. He got Asus card. I mean, you can get something maybe less expensive, more expensive. This is $124. You probably can get something for a little bit more or less. Ryzen about 493, 47950X. I don't know if there's a better prices on the Ryzen 7950. That's the one that I found least expensive for this one. 32 core, 16 core, 32 threads. And we have the hard drive, which, I mean, it's 500 gigabyte. You don't need that much. You can get something cheaper, maybe for $20. Anyways, I just did like something basic, and I came up with the 1300 plus tax, so about $1,500. Take it or leave it, you know, like to build this rig. So you can save a little bit here and there, like get some cheaper RAM, cheaper hard drive, CPU fan. I don't know, the processor. I was just trying to stay with that thread amount just so we can compare how much worth coins you're gonna get and when are you gonna actually ROI on this rig, right? So I spent roughly on my i7 processor, but the i9 actually about close to maybe $500 less or so. Well, actually a little bit more because the GPU was a lot more back then. It actually was $2,000, so spent a lot more before, but that was not built for actually doing any of the salad or wart mining, right? So anyways, with that build, what he's showing, he's making 2.3 warts, 2.4 actually, or 55 warts. Let me go back and check his video. Actually, he was showing oh, right there. So it's getting about 159 in profit when the WARTHOG was a lot lower. So about 2 on 1 terahash you can get what's the actual amount of wart? 4.83 wart a day, which is a lot. 4.83 warts. Worth it today, actually a lot more. I'm doing the wrong formula. 483, right? So it's 493. So it's now it's like $3 a day profit. Forgot what the power use was. He has on that processor, probably close to 400 watts there. So at my power cost, it will ROI probably in a year. So it's actually looking, it's not that bad, you know, consider like all major ASICs, you know, like you buy, and sometimes it's ROI in a year or 2 years or 3 years, right? So now, but what I have on mine, I was not able to achieve 1 gigahash, and it's probably with the hash rate going up, 1 terahash, it's only gonna bring you 2.4, 2.6 probably worse, which is again 150 a day, something like that, 2.7 maybe. So it's back to 2.5 years, and that's what it probably was at time he created the video, I guess it was $1.50 a day as well. So as the word continue to grow, the network hash rate probably going up as well. I haven't checked that, but it's still going to be 2.5 years to ROI on this specific ASIC. Now, I mean specific rig. Now, if what I was able to achieve on my 3090 with i9 processor is completely different. I was able to get 530 mega hash. My processor burning hot, I need to replace. I have stock CPU fan, which is not really good, and it's, you could see it's running hot. So my guess is that's where I'm losing some hash rate, probably because it's the processor will just slow down after, you know, reaching 95 degrees, so it will not overheat. It will slow the calculations or whatever, the speed of the processor. My settings for 3090 here, I was doing like 300, 1500. I was playing with 1400 or 1600 here on the lock core. So you get a little bit higher hash rate, but then you're using a lot more power. So it's becoming not very efficient for my calculation. So doing 532 megahertz, what is that doing right now? It's showing on the hero miners that I'm gonna be doing about, well, it dropped my, because I changed my name of the miner, was wrong. So it's probably take a while recalculate that, but it was showing 130 watt at 512 hash rate. So yeah, right now it doesn't show me correct information there, so it should be doing about 1.3, between 1.2 and 1.3 watt. So I'm gonna use, for that calculation, I'm just gonna use that 1.3 watt. Let's do 1.3, right? So just be optimistic, and I'm using about 335 watts of power, and that's 179 a day. Why is it so different? Because I'm burning more power. Yeah, so this one is double, should be double because it's 1 gigahash, even at 400 watts of power. It is $1.60. Oh, I see. Okay, I'm not calculating correctly because I'm not using a right amount right there. Okay, so for me, it will take 11 years if I build this rig on i9 processor, which I purchased before, probably about the same price. So really, like, was not, I'm not achieving that hash rate that you can see on that YouTuber. He was able to make a really nice achievement there, you know, like 1 terahash on his setup, 1 gigahash. So it's pretty nice rewards there. Revenue was 483 words. You're not probably gonna get that anymore. So, but anyways, there's a calculator. Let's check the word calculator as of today. So if I check today calculation on 1 gigahash hash rate, it's only given me 2.3 words. So it's not even 2.6 like I was using. So if we go back and change to 2.3, and I'm doing like 0.530, which is 123. Okay, 123, and On one, he was doing 2. Now it's 2, 3. It's half of the profits now you're getting just because of the network hash rate going crazy. So it's 2.33 here, and so 1.23 here. So you could clearly see this one is going to arrive in 3.5 years, and my rig is probably, I mean, it's probably less expensive by $500. So I need to really deduct from that cost $500. Let's just deduct 500. Well, actually, no. I spent more money back then. Anyway, let's keep it there. So 14 years, 3.5. So I mean, should I build a new rig like this with the new? It's kind of tempting. Like, hey, it's kind of cool to see 1 terahash. What's the network hash rate gonna grow? I mean, like, if the price of work gonna appreciate, network gonna go much higher, and that means, like, look, it used to make $1.50, now it's $1.20. So that actually reducing your profits because you're still paying for power. Now, let me explain here. I want to just stop here for minute and explain how does it work for this build, because it's actually you using 24/7 power, right? So you're using all day long, 24 hours a day, 335 watts. Now when I do salad, when I did salad and I did my calculation, you can go back and check my video how I did that. And my 3090 with i9 processor, so that rig, that specific rig, I just turned to the to do the word mining. It was doing $53 in profit after power cost, right? But it was using power, my power consumption only 162 kilowatt a month. So roughly, if we do a little quick calculation there, 162 we'll divide by 30 days. My average daily was 5 kilowatt divided by 24 hours. It was only 225 watts, right? So I was using about at least 110 watts less of power. So just only because it's using power when it's actually doing the workload. So that's the difference with salad versus when you mine wort, you're going to be 24/7 mining. So if your salad rig not making more, it's a lot of time it's not using that much power. It just, you don't get that load, container load, which kind of sucks, but you're not wasting too much energy on that, because it would be running just 40-50 watt waiting on the workload. So with that, it makes almost like $1.50 a day for me here in profits, versus what do I get in here? I'm only getting 29 cents. So totally not worth it for me to switch to wort, even for this profits, you know, like $1.25 a day, and after power, you know, it's only 30 cents. On that 3090, it's still profitable, but it's not as profitable for me as salad. So that's just my setup. Obviously, if you're running better processor, you'll be like closer to $1.20, $1.50 maybe. I don't know how you can tweak that and make more profitable, but I'm still even at $1.20, I'm still better still on salad at this time. Obviously, salad kind of fluctuate a lot right now on 3090, so I'm not 100% sure how is it gonna go next month. But for now, it's I don't think it's time to switch to wort. Obviously, with my i9 processor. Now, if I do Z9 AMD, a lot better processor, they probably do a little better on salad, which I have not. I don't own it. I don't want to spend money. I don't think it makes a lot of sense to do this kind of investment now. I don't know. On salad, by the way, all the rigs that I built, I already had hardware, so I didn't really have to go and buy this hardware. All I had to do just activate it, install the salad, and that's it. It's set up. All I had to buy probably a few memories, and that's all That's all I did. Some RAM that I was kind of short because I didn't need RAM. So I purchased maybe 4 or 6 sticks of RAM just to bump some of the RAM in some of my miners. Other than that, I had everything ready to go. I had 3080 sitting there, 3090 doing nothing pretty much, right? And they are on hash rate data. No, they're not as profitable on if I go my 3080. Where's the 3080? Right here, 3080 Ti is doing only 48 cents on Aleo. My 30, where's the 3080? I have to go click back. So let's check 3080. What are we doing on 3080? All right, on 3080 we're doing 23 cents. So still a lot lower, 23, 25 cents. So it's not even close to what you could do on the Salad or Wart. So even on the Wart, it's a little bit better than mine in Leo, obviously on 3080 or 3090. Well, actually it's for 3090. Let's go back, check 3090. Maybe I'm wrong about 3090. Let's check it out. Oh no, 3090 even worse, 27, 24 cents. Yeah, definitely Aleo would be a better, or I mean, to me, it's Salad makes more sense for 3090. I don't know about you guys. You can let me know what luck you have there, but for me, makes sense just to keep it on the Salad for now. Now, next rig I'm gonna test is my 3080, one of my 3080 cards. So what I want to do is I'm gonna pick the rig that I don't need a lot of memory or RAM. I'll probably get some i7 with the better fan. One of these, I think 7 or 8, I have a better, no, not 8. I want to do i7 processor. So at least I have 8 core, 16 threads. Yeah. And then so I could compare to i9 and also see what's 3080 doing in terms of hash rate. And with the better cooling, my also guess there I cannot cool this rig, this CPU good enough, because so I kind of thermal throttling, probably that's maybe my issue. So we'll be testing that in the future when I get my fans delivered, maybe tomorrow or next day. So right now let's switch to 3080. My i7 3080, again, it's Intel, not the best probably for works. I mean, AMD looks like may do a lot better with multiple threads, because you can get those 32 threads, 34 threads processors, where I only have like 8. So obviously, this CPU is not ideal for Word, I guess. That's just my guess. Anyways, let's check i7 with 3080. We'll compare that to Salad again, and I'll be right back. Let me switch my rig. I'm gonna pick up the rig with the better fan, and we'll see the temperature there. I'll be right back. All right, so I'm connected to 3080 rig with i7 processor here, which is only 16 thread. So I had to go and change my flight sheet a little bit, because I have 19 thread before in WARTHOG activated. So I had to lower by 1 and did 15. And after that, it started hashing away, but it's doing 521 mega hash. So I'm getting almost the same hash rate as for my i7 20 threads and 3090 cards. So it doesn't make sense. The only sense making to me is because CPU was running super hot, and this one is 81 degrees, so it's with the larger fan, and it's staying a lot cooler. So that's my only guess. That's why it is performing maybe a little better. So I really need to test my i7 with 3090 with a better fan, and that brings me to the point where my Salad on 3090 maybe have an issue as well, because that 3090 would be all over the place. If I go just select 3090, look what it's doing. So my guess it's maybe overheating and dropping the containers. That maybe I don't know why it was doing pretty good before, pretty stable. It would just get in like a stable sometimes. Jobs for $2 or $5 before, it does not make any sense to me, but it does kind of makes in the sense that if it's overheating, but I'm not sure how it survived for 2 days doing $5 job a day, 543 continuously 2 days over here. Maybe it was not using CPU as much, or maybe it was more on the GPU log, so I don't know how Salad calculate that, but regardless, on the WARTHOG, let's take a look again. If we go and plug in 0.523, that's what we currently do in 525, right? Let's check what we have on the pool. By the way, let's see on the pool. Probably not fully updated yet. It's showing 508, so it's showing me 123 words that I'm gonna get per day. Let's refresh one more time. Tell me 123 words for 508 mega hash. Let's plug in 525. I'm getting 122 here daily on the mining calculator of the WARTHOG. So let's plug this 122 number just to be safe. And 122, let me see the power, my electrical power cost for that rig. Let me go and check my meter. Unfortunately, I cannot show you that. It's on my phone. Boom. So it's currently using miner 6. Where are you? Right there. Rig 6. It's using. That's strange. It's showing 429 watts. It's very strange. You know what? Maybe because that processor now being utilized to the full power. So the correct reading, yeah, 430 watts. Wow. Well, that's a lot. That's a definitely a huge change. Basically making only 1 cent using that much power. So that brings me to where am I? What am I doing wrong there with my settings? It's showing me 254 watts, only 120. So my CPU, that means in that case on that rig, is just blasting, using all the power there. That's very, very strange. 3080, yeah. It's very, very strange. But yeah, if it's using a 425, that's a lot. That's a lot of power. What I want to do is, let me try to, okay, so 430. What if I drop a little bit? Let's do 1400 here on the core clock, 300, 1400, 810. Let's see if that drops a little bit here. Yeah, it did drop to 410. So I drop in 20 watts, and pretty sure the hash rate gonna drop pretty quickly here. I'm at 395 watts right now, 395. And yeah, it's not gonna update right away, but it will show lower hash rate probably in about a few minutes. So let me wait and come back in a few minutes. All right, so changing the overclock settings here for GPU to 1400 for this 3080. It dropped the power consumption to about 410 for 408. My CPU temperature seems to be keeping up below 80 or around 80 degrees, which is fine, I think. With that cooler, it's a lot better, but it's the performance dropped to 489, close to 490. Wonder if it's reported already. Yeah, kind of dropping here as well. So my definitely profitability gonna be different now, but maybe it's a little more efficient, so maybe it's more profitable. So let me refresh one more time. Let's see what we have for, yeah, about 490 at 408 the power consumption. So let's plug those numbers here. So first let's go back and plug the numbers in the WARTHOG calculator. 490. Let's do that. 490. 489. So I'm doing 1.14 wart a day. All right, so let's go and do 114. Interesting. There is a custom hash rate. CPU, GPU. All right, no, yeah, we'll do this minor network hash rate, 5.5 terahash. All right, so let's plug those numbers. So what do we have? We have 1.14. Let's do that. 1.14 wart a day at 408 profit. And what do we have? We have, I'm losing 1 cent. So there, either I'm making 1 cent or losing 1 cent again. On salad, what am I doing on salad with the same rig? Even the worst rig, I'm going like 9 cents. And some of those 3080s are doing 19, 20 cents in average, and they not using that much power, you know, a lot less power use. So yeah, I don't think it's a good allocation of power use, in my opinion, to go to Wart for my rigs. Probably if I have AMD, I may have a little better numbers like here. That would be more, had more attraction, even though it would still kind of lower for my 3090. I want to see what's the 3080 with AMD would be doing. That would be nice. Anyways, leave your comments down below. Let me know if you're switching to Wart. Are you getting better in terms of the profits, or are you staying on salad? What are you doing with that? For me, I don't see exact luck. So yeah, it went a little bit higher, 501. I wonder if it's gonna kind of cycle there and stay around 500. Even at 500, I don't think it's gonna be a game changer here. 500, 116 or 167.167. Yeah, I don't think it's 167. Yeah, 2 cents a day, a little bit more efficient, a little bit more efficient. It will take 268 days to ROI, which 268 years to ROI my system, which is just ridiculous. So that's for 3080. I don't think it's I'm not gonna keep that on Wart. Maybe just for the test for 1 day and see if I get any better result on my 3080. I like the temperature a lot better of CPU, so I think it's utilizing a lot more of the CPU power. I'm not sure if it's a good combination of the processor with the 3080, just having the Intel i7. I'm gonna test i9 with the better cooling. I think it's struggling. I'm thermal throttling on my processor there. When you see 100 degrees, definitely just reducing the power of the power. Look at that! It's still cupping up. It's growing up a little bit, and it's still and the power dropped to 390. Wonder if it's kind of stabilizing between here and there, but it's probably gonna fluctuate. So I don't know. It's went up to 410. So yeah, just keeping up and down. I guess the average there will be like about 400. In order to adjust proper, it's basically the CPU use. I wonder, it's like I'm like 235 on my 240 on my CPU with motherboard altogether, which probably a high use for Intel is kind of using more power. Maybe that's the problem. I don't recall what his power use was. Probably have to go and check what his power usage was. Power 179 watts. Obviously at the wall it's different. Yeah, because it will not show you, but look, it did a 1 gigahash on his 3090. So yeah, go check Burr Market Miner. He did a nice video about it. Anyways, I guess for me it's just for sticking up with salad for now until I'll get a better cooling to test my i9, but I'm not in, you know, buying more equipment or mining. So if I have to buy all this, I have to pretty much upgrade everything because the RAM needs to be DDR5 for this motherboard. So I need to buy all of this. I can't just, yeah, and just use my GPU. I'm still gonna be like, what, 1.9 years. So yeah, I don't think I want to invest in any of that hardware right now. Even if I delete this, I have the hard drives. Yeah, still like a little under 2 years. But anyways, guys, let me know what you're doing. Are you doing the Wart or staying on the salad? I'm just probably gonna continue salad mining, see what my still kind of around this number 220, trying to achieve better numbers there. I guess I'm now a little bit concerned seeing the problem with the CPU cooling. Maybe I have the similar issue because lots of my CPU just stuck cool fans, which are not very good from Intel, and they're really basic. Yeah, and if I'm doing a lot of load, it may overheat my and I don't get the real good jobs with those CPU on this Intel processor. So I'll be upgrading those. I have only 3 probably good fans, but I don't want to say those miners like number 6. I have that, right? What was my number 6? For example, number 6 right now on Wart, my 83. I'll just select 83 and look up the history. Is it better because of the I don't want to say it's a lot better, you know, even though it's have a good cooling on CPU, it did not perform much better on compared to other miners on Salad. Wonder why. Anyways, that's it for this video, guys. We'll see you guys on the next one. It's already too long. Click the like button. Let me know what you think about switching to Wart. Did you get better result with your cards, better hash rates, or anything like that to be able to switch there? And what are you currently mining with your 3080s, 3090s rigs that are AI setup? So when I say AI, it's just a separate one card, one processor rig, so it's not like a multiple rig. So obviously I can't do anything with my 3080s here because it's just Octaminer or it's doing on the layout. It's doing fine for me at this point because Aleo appreciate the price a little bit, so it's kind of helps. Anyways, that's it. See you guys on the next one. Peace.